Hello, 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 or good evening, everyone. Hey. How you doing out there? Come on in, because the doors of the chapel are open. So come on in, and join us this evening right on here in the Praise Chapel. You are in the Praise Chapel channel. You are tuned into the Praise Chapel channel on tonight. You already know what it is. This is a great Tuesday night, and this is Kingdom Sound. I am your girl, Marcy Maureen, and I am so glad that you are here and you are joining me on tonight. Okay, listen, we are so excited. We are so excited that we are here at another Tuesday night, and it's going to be a good night. All right, so listen, I'm going to need you to do what I tell you to do every single week. You already know the rules and regulations for the chapel, okay? Listen, the rules and regulations, I'm going to need you to go ahead and make sure that you are connected, okay? Make sure that you are connected to us over here on the Praise Chapel channel. Make sure that you are connected to us at I Go to Praise Chapel, okay? You can find us out there on them social media, out there on social media. What's up going on? What's going on, Day? Go ahead and find us at I Go to Praise Chapel. That is where you will find us. All right. And then make sure that you tell somebody else I Go to Praise Chapel, so they can make sure they get connected to us as well. At I Go to Praise Chapel, I need you to go ahead and make sure you are connected to us. All right. Because listen, we don't want you to miss nothing that's going on over here on the Praise Chapel channel. We got some good stuff. And we don't want you to miss nothing that's going on. All right. So you got to make sure that you get connected. All right. So listen, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and go ahead and share this live tonight. Go ahead and share it. Make sure you are sharing so someone knows that we are here and we are live tonight right here with Kingdom Sound. And you know, on Kingdom Sound, we give you some great artists, some great kingdom artists, and some great kingdom music. So go ahead and let somebody know we are here, we are live, we are ready, and we are going to do it on tonight. All right. So tonight is going to be a good night. It really, really is going to be a really, really good night, a great night. We're going to have a good time on tonight. So go ahead and get excited with your girl, because it's going down tonight. Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad that you are here, and I'm glad that you are with me. All right. Listen, we got a good guest on tonight. We have good guests all the time. We got a really good guest here on tonight. All right. And it is going to be amazing. And I think I got some co-hosts on tonight. Listen, there's a lot going on tonight, but that's what we do here on Kingdom Sound. We give you all kinds of stuff, but we have such a good time doing what it is that we do. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead, and y'all know how we start this show, the hottest way ever. Okay, we start this show with the opening hymn, so we're gonna go ahead and introduce our guest. Mr. Jarrell Hosley is here in the house, and he is going to open us up tonight with the opening hymn.
How you doing, everybody? I guess I'll start with my favorite hymn. Uh, Pass me not, O gentle Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling. Do not pass me by. I'm crying, Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling. Do not pass me by.
Yes, that is what I am talking about. Thank you so much for the opening hymn, Mr. Jarrell. That is so amazing. Thank you so much for lending your amazing voice to us tonight. We really absolutely appreciate it. And we are so excited that you are here with us tonight. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. I'm excited to be here.
Good. Oh my gosh. So listen, I might as well go on ahead and go ahead and let my co-host sing little, y'all. My co-host is amazing. So I might as well go ahead and let my co-host pop on in here too, because I know he's coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Come on in here. There he go, there he go, there he
What's
go.
the deal?
Hey,
What's the
hey.
deal? What's the deal?
Yo,
Listen, this is how we do it right here. See,
Oh,
see,
oh, here he goes. What?
see.
Like,
See, and I get a jealous spirit when he come on here. So y'all pray my strength in the Lord, okay? Because he got these mics and stuff. I do have a jealous spirit, but it's okay because I'm gonna pray it out. We're gonna pray it out. It's gonna be all right.
Lord, see the thing is that that's that's uh that's the microphone from the Capitol.
Oh my gosh!
That's Nancy Pelosi mic. That's
Not tonight. Not tonight. I am not gonna do this with y'all. Not tonight. No way.
Uh,
Not tonight.
Look, look, all right. Seriously, look, I'm happy. I am happy. I'm happy. I got my nephew on here with me. I know this brother. He good brother, good brother. I know his family. You know, his daddy always took care of us when we came out that way and all of that. So I love this. I love this dude. This is my dude right here. And
likewise.
I was really shocked. Well, I mean, I knew he could sing, but the lyrical content of his thing, and I'm gonna let you get into it with him, Marcy. But
Okay.
the lyrical content on this record, woo, woo. I'm a fan of lyrical content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all love music and musical arrangements and all that. And I mean, and Morgan doing what he does is cool. But at the same time, I listen to what people are writing and what they're writing about.
Right.
And for so many of that are in the game now, their lyrical content lacks a lot of substance because I guess we're trying to appease some other people, you know. But I think we really got to get back to the Word of God.
Yes,
Get
absolutely.
back to the Word of God that'll bring people closer to Him. You know,
Absolutely.
not just some simple things to write. I mean, while we want to stay simplistic because we want Miss Jones to even try to play it, and
Absolutely.
over
Yeah.
there at Second Antioch or whatever, we want her to try to play it. We don't want it to be too hard. We don't
Right.
want it to be
Right.
too hard, but at the same time, have a message that will bring people closer to God.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the thing. I do believe that one thing I must say about the people that we was able to have on here on Kingdom Sound, they have had some amazing lyrical content. Like you're listening to some amazing music, but the words of the songs is amazing. So I mean, I think like you said, it's just amazing that we able to have artists who still hold some great lyrical content.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And like you said, sometimes, we can get a little further out, but we got to get back to what we know. And that's the good of lyrical content. So listen, we're going to get up in it with Mr. Jarrell because we want to know all about Mr. Jarrell on tonight. Listen, I need you to go ahead and share this live. Let somebody know that we are on here on the Kingdom Sound Praise Chapel channel. We here with Mr. Jarrell tonight. And we about to do this thing big because we are excited about Mr. Jarrell and everything that he has going on. So we want Mr. Jarrell to just give us a little insight on how his journey into music.
So Michi kind of already touched on it a little bit,
Yes.
but have a rich family history in music. My father had a community choir in the Portland, Oregon area, and so I've been around it really since I can remember. From there, whether it was tour buses or JPK and Michi and those guys coming to town every year. Uh, Benson High School, stuff like that. I mean, the list goes on. Just been around it, like I said, all of my life. And I started writing. I would have to say maybe about 8 years old.
Mm.
And if you leave it to my parents, they would tell a story that I would tell them that I couldn't go outside or play with the kids because I was busy writing. So that's
Wow.
kind of where that kind of birthed from, and then just kind of continued along the path. Just doing all things musical. Um, if I was honest, I had a stint or a season, if they want to call it in churchy terms,
Yeah, season.
where
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid of the mic, so I didn't really want
Mm.
to be in the forefront. So I used mind ministry to kind of get out my musical ideas, so to speak. and the highs of the game.
Wow.
And that was kind of the last kind of hit before everything started to come to the forefront. So just kind of been around it and grew up in it.
Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, that's just amazing. I think that's good. I mean, it's really good when you have such a great background and then here you are now you've been doing this actually for a minute because you started kind of branching out on your own musically when around what year, what age?
Um, I launched the ministry about 8 years ago. So we
Okay.
actually called together a community choir, and we actually just kind of did some stuff for a year and a half. Um, really on a whim, a friend called and was like, "Hey, I want a choir to come up to Tacoma." They were doing a conference or something like that, and we went up there, and it was actually in that service where God was like, "I need you to continue." So
Wow.
it's like, okay, we'll continue. Because to be honest, I really didn't want to do it,
I
but
was just about to ask, is that something that you wanted to do?
no, I didn't want to have the responsibility of rallying and gathering people, doing itineraries and dealing with a lot of different personalities and all that kind of stuff. Love music, of
Hmm.
course, but just didn't really want to do that. So uh, that's how it started, and so we continue.
Wow. Wow, wow. And so as you started journeying over to doing more with the choir, kind of doing your own thing, how was that was it how would you say that transition was? Because I think many of us were used to church, being in church, knowing we're doing it in church. And I mean it's not that much different because we're still doing what we're doing in ministry, but it is different. So how was that transition from, you know, church to artist?
Um, it was interesting. Um, and I say that because, like I said, I never really sought out to be an artist, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to do music and continue to put out, a good message and kind of flow from there. And so, really, kind of the turn took at that time. I was doing writing sessions with the group, and the first single, which is "Audience of One." We
Mm.
actually were doing in a writing session, and some people heard and was like, "Hey, you need to record this." I'm like, "Nah, I don't really want to." It was like, "You need to record this. People need to hear it." So I did.
Wow.
And at that time, I guess a rookie mistake, I didn't necessarily know the all the ins and outs of radio timelines and minutes and so the single was like 7 minutes, I think, at 15 seconds or something like that. And so people were like, "Hey, can you cut this and make a radio edit?" And I was like, "I guess," because again, I never really did it for the purpose of it hitting radio or anything of that nature. It was just kind of,
Right.
I was just doing what I was doing. So
Right.
um, kind of once it started to take that turn, I started to learn more about the artistry side of it, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of getting the knowledge of it. I've always been a guy where if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure out how to do it, or I want to learn how to do it myself, so people won't necessarily have to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to Stellar's, I think that next year, and
Wow.
I took a few of the crew members, and we just kind of sat.
Wow.
We went and sat and just started to kind of learn information about industry and all that type of stuff.
Wow.
Really absorb, and that's where me and Morgan connected for the first time in
Mm-hmm.
person, actually. So
Wow.
yeah.
So once you connected with Morgan, was you working with Morgan at that time? Like once y'all connected, did y'all start working at that point or was it more recently?
We actually had already did work, but hadn't
Oh
met.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So
Yes.
he ran, and he can probably tell the story better than I can, but he ran it was a special either on Twitter or Instagram, something like that, where he was doing bass tracks. And he was like, "Hey, I'm doing a special today only. I'm doing a few songs on bass track for whatever the price was." I hit him up and was like, "Hey, heard a lot about you. I admire your playing, yada, yada, yada." He said I was the only one, I guess, that took advantage of that special. And that was history being made at that point. So Morgan and I have been working together. There's not a song that I've done that Morgan hasn't been a part of.
Wow.
So he played
Wow.
based on audience of one, and now is producing or produced Worship Culture Studio Perspective.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing. And listen, we really going to dive into the new music from Jarrell, but we want to go ahead and play one of the songs that we have tonight, and that is Process. So here it is, Mr. Jarrell, Worship Culture with Process.
We often talk about the promise, but we very rarely want to talk about the journey. What do you do when you've said yes to God and He's shown you a glimpse of the promise, but you're struggling in the process?
What do I do
when
you made me a promise, but I cannot see it right now?
I can't see what you promised.
Where do I go?
Where do I go?
Don't wanna step out of purpose,
'Cause I know I'll miss
but
it.
I can see my way there.
How do I respond
How do I respond
when I'm so frustrated?
in a state of frustration?
Because I'm getting impatient.
It's so hard to be patient.
Lord, why am I waiting?
Lord, why am I waiting?
Is it something I've
Is it
done?
my lack of submission?
Or am I not trusting?
Or my trust that you're in it?
Lord, I need you to help build my faith. I know I can't give up.
I can't give
I've
up.
got to hold on.
I can't
But
give
God, I need you to help me.
Please help me stand.
To help me stand.
I'm stuck in the mix
I know I have to make a decision.
between my yes and my promise.
I know what you promised
Can't
me.
decide if I'm honest.
And I've said yes to you.
I'm stuck in the mix
I have fear,
between fear and
but I also have faith.
gotta make a decision.
Lord, I need you to help me.
So help me through the process.
My cry to you is if you can help me.
Help me through the process.
My prayer to you is that you would help me.
Help me through the process.
Lord, I need you to help me through.
Help me through the process.
I don't know what to do. I'm depending on you. Help me.
Gave up my will
Gave up my will
and surrendered mine for yours.
to chase after your will. But it seems like I'm always fighting.
I'm engaged in a fight
But I feel
that feels like I'm constantly losing.
like I'm always getting knocked back or knocked down.
I know what you promised me,
But I know what your promise is more than I can see.
but it's more than I can see.
So I'm holding on to what you promised.
I can't give up.
I'm holding tight to what
I
you
can't
planned.
give it.
So I'm not gonna give up, but I need you,
Please help
God,
me
to help me
stand.
stand. I'm stuck in the middle. I'm perplexed.
Between my yes and
I've said yes and I know what you promised, but the path seems a little scary.
stuck in the middle.
I'm in my wilderness, trying to get to Canaan. Lord, I need to make a decision and I need you to help me. Help me through my journey. I need you to guide me through my process. I know what your purpose for me. But God, I need you.
Wow, like that song.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Did you write that song?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So tell us about the process. Like that song, it's the lyrics of that song is so amazing. So let's just talk about that song and how you came up with birthed that song, because it is such a intricate song of words.
It was the last song on the record.
What up, dude?
So we were piecing everything together, and a couple of the other songs on the record. One is called Promise. Another one is called Other Side, and then another one is I'll Say Yes. So Morgan and I were just kind of talking one day, and he had already sent me the track, and we're going back and forth, and I'm saying, hey, how are we going to, piece this together? I said, I want it to make lyrical sense, and I want it to make chronological sense with everything else that's in the record.
Wow.
But I don't know kind of how to put it in.
Mhm.
And so I'm saying we talked about promise. We've said yes. We talked about the promise. and then, you know, eventually other side, how do we tie it in? We want to kind of deal with the middle. And somehow or another, we got in one of our deep conversations, which we often do, talking about being in the middle. And
Wow.
he said, Jay, that's what you write about. He said, how many songs do we have in music that talk about the process or being in the middle?
Mm.
Everybody talks about the promise. Everybody talks about the
Yes.
blessing and the glory, and we're waiting on it.
Yes.
But we don't really have to talk about, or we don't get the chance to really talk about that in between stage and how to
Wow.
handle it or how to deal with it. And that's kind of where the concept was birthed from. And that's where I'm stuck in the middle. That's where that
Yes.
from. Yeah.
That, I mean, I'm telling you, those lyrics is absolutely like it's penetrating. Like everybody can say that they have been in that place where they've been stuck in the middle, you know? So I
Yeah.
mean, the words are very penetrating, and you talking about lyrical content. That is some really amazing lyrics to listen to. So you got to make sure that you go and you download Mr. Jarrell Hosley and his music from Worship Culture, the Studio Perspective. Listen, we just gave you a snippet of process, but you want to make sure that you have this music in your playlist, okay? You want to make sure you have this music in your playlist so you can listen to this music all the time. You know, I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Make sure you have their music. You don't know where you're going to be at a time, and you might need that song. So make sure that you go and you pre-order now, okay? On all
Right. They
digital
get it. Yeah.
outlets available. Listen, it's coming out. Is this coming out Friday? Like this Friday?
Friday.
Not like this
Friday.
Friday.
Listen, it's Tuesday. Y'all got a couple days. It's gonna be right in your playlist. So listen, tonight, you already know what I need y'all to do tonight. I need y'all to get it. I need y'all to go and y'all need y'all to get it tonight. Pre-order it because Friday's going to be here right before you know it, and you're going to be able to have this amazing music in your playlist, and you're going to be able to listen to these songs from Mr. Jarrell. I'm trying to tell y'all tonight, get it tonight,
Yeah, you see
download.
what Greg said. Greg said,
I saw Greg.
how he gonna pre-order if you say his name. So Gregory
Oh
Gay,
my,
Gregory Gay, Gregory Gay, pre-order now.
Pre-order now. Share.
oh my
Tell
gosh!
people to
These
pre-order.
are the people that I have to be around all the time. Okay, they're crazy, but it's so amazing to be around them. Listen. This is what I'm talking about. Really, really good music, amazing artists. We are here to support. So listen, make sure you go again, all digital download, all digital outlets. Okay, tonight, pre-order your copy. Okay,
Yeah.
Jarrell Hosley and Worship Culture, the Studio Perspective. Okay, get it. You want to make sure you have that in your playlist. So, Mr. Jarrell, listen, how is it being connected to the two fellas that is down here with us tonight? How does it feel being connected? I mean, you have, who doesn't know Michi? I mean, come on, like
Yeah.
people are like, exactly right, and then you have Morgan,
Gregory Gay,
amazing
Gregory
at what
Gay,
he does.
Gregory Gay, Gregory Gay.
Or maybe I should say it, Gregory Gay, Gregory Gay. Go
Right.
ahead.
He always talk about don't nobody say his
He
name
said
on the
Morgan
show.
didn't say nothing. So Gregory, you should let us know. Please put it in the comments that you downloaded it once you do, because your name has been mentioned. Okay.
Multiple times.
So how does it feel being connected with these amazing gentlemen who are just, man, and what they do is just mind blowing at what they do, their minds, just their creativity. How is it being connected?
It's a privilege and honor, definitely. But it's also crazy. Just because they're a lot of fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like family. I'm sure you've heard this multiple times
Mm-hmm.
between Rhyme and Reason and EMG. It's all family. And it's really not a new connection, as Michi was saying, because we've known each other for years. He's probably known me before I even really knew who he was. So
Go ahead now. No, that's the They're trying to make me sound like I'm okay.
Oh, it's okay.
That's exactly what you sound like.
Go ahead. All right.
So it's it's good. It's a privilege. And so just being able to work and then work at a different level. I've admired them both and their work in ministry from afar for so long. And so being able to work, I guess kind of side by side, neck and neck, just to really experience at this level is, it's humbling as well as, like I said, an honor and a privilege. So I'm excited. Morgan, we may need to work and see if we can bring Michi out of the retirement on the track or something.
Oh, he's on his way out of retirement. Oh, you best believe it.
Do a collab. We can make that happen.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always
Yes.
with it,
Yeah.
Do y'all see what we're doing on the Kingdom?
I'm gonna just have to beg him real nicely.
Morgan don't let me play on stuff though. He said he don't let me play on stuff. He don't ask me to play on nothing.
Who?
And I let him go and do what he gonna do. That's fine. He done 22 records and I ain't played on none of them.
It's on you, Morgan. It's
okay.
on you.
I ain't even gonna embarrass him like that on here. I am nope.
It's all right. It's okay. I understand. It's a millennial. What's y'all Generation Z? What is y'all?
Millennial.
Okay.
Yeah, we millennial.
I don't know, millennial. I don't think I am. I think I'm older than that. No. But listen, oh my gosh. So again, I'm gonna tell y'all, pre-order tonight this album, The Worship Perspective. The worship culture, the studio perspective. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Jarrell Hosley. I'm telling y'all, you will not be disappointed if you go and do this and you go ahead and download his amazing music. All right. Yes. So let's talk about what would you say is where you're going in the future? So let me ask you this question. Do you still have the choir? Are they still singing? Is that who's singing along with you, or are you now just kind of doing things?
So Perpetual. So we went through a few transitions. So I started as a choir, about 20, maybe 25 voices, I think. We transitioned into
The family downloading. The family
downloading.
yeah,
Greg. Okay, Gregory.
Thanks, Derek. Love you, bro.
Derek. Yes.
B&W.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we started as a choir, transitioned to a group, and then we're getting ready to take another transition here very soon. Details to be released soon.
Come on.
But we're getting ready to do a little bit of some different sounds, some fresh stuff. So yeah. So, but that is Perpetual.
Okay.
On the record. So yeah. There's also
awesome.
Worship Culture, the EP, the Perpetual EP that was done before this. So that's them on that as well. So, the trend kind of continues. So
awesome. See, that is what I am talking about. Okay, y'all, listen. That's why I say it's really good to stay connected. Make sure you're staying connected to Mr. Jarrell. Everything that he has going on, everything that he is doing. Listen, make sure y'all connected to him on social media. Okay, so y'all can see everything that's popping off that he got going on, and you don't miss anything. All right, because I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be some good stuff coming up. And you want to make sure that you are connected and you are part of it. Okay. Now, listen, we're trying to get Morgan to talk. Morgan is working on tonight. We pulled him out. We had to get him to
Morgan is doing stuff that his boss threatened him that he needs to meet these deadlines. So I'm doing what he tells me to do.
So yeah.
Hey, get on here and talk. All right, take a break. Get on here and talk for a few minutes.
Listen, Morgan is working on tonight.
Right, I'm here.
Y'all listen, they busy. This is what they do, y'all. They in here working. They in here doing that good stuff. All right, so they can give y'all some good stuff out here. So we want to just talk to Morgan just for a minute and let us know, how was it working on this project with Jarrell? Let's give us some stuff, Mr. Morgan.
It was.
So we can hear you.
This is my talk back mic for the other.
I cannot. What does Nancy Pelosi mic on tonight? I cannot.
Man, look, all I can say is Jarrell is one of the most calmest artists I've ever worked with. Nothing bothers him. This was a non-stressed out situation. It was just a pure joy to really for me. It was his penmanship that really made this record special for me.
You got a baby in your hand?
I was gonna
Man,
say,
look, man, these people got kids in the studio. This is babysitting service
Come
and
on, he has
recording
it all.
all we doing it all. All right, y'all, let's stack that.
Babysitting, producing, and on the show.
Right, and look, we get it all
Mo-based
done.
child care.
We get it all done.
No base.
base.
Yeah.
So, in all
Listen.
actual, look,
That's funny, dog.
man, but look, no, in all seriousness, when we started, like Jarrell said, me and him started working together way before I became his producer. And legit, it was, I just did something on, I believe it was Instagram at the time, where it was just, reaching out to connect with people. And he was the only person that responded. And then from there, every time he did something musically, he hit me up. And the brotherhood that was even bonded from just me playing on his records, translated to him asking me to produce his record. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then just listening to his penmanship, and I was like, he is one of the most fascinating writers I've ever worked with because of how he writes and what he writes about. Like, to me, the song y'all just played, Process, was so different because it came from a perspective that a lot of people don't write about, like being in that middle place, being stuck, not knowing what to do. We always talk about the preparation, we talk about the final step, but we don't talk about what's happening in that middle. What do you do? And like, really, when he just went to that place, I'm like, yeah, Jarrell, this is it. This is it for real, for real. But even traveling to Portland, now Jarrell and Derek are the ones that live all the way in Portland. So us going all the way over there, it was a thing. All right. Yeah. So us going all the way over to Portland and just hanging out over there, really being able to merge all of these great ideas together. It was just like amazing. Hold on, y'all. I gotta step back in. Y'all ready for the next pass?
Listen, but this is what I'm talking about, okay? A man of many hats, all right? This is what they
absolutely.
are, men of many hats.
But no, let me tell you something. Why I say Jarrell in his calmness is one of my favorite people to work with, is because even in the midst of everything going wrong, he kept his cool. That's Jarrell all day long, and I respect him because he literally kept it all together, even when the day of when we were out there working, just stuff wasn't going right. But Jarrell was like, "Yo, we got it, we cool." So I really appreciate his spirit, temperament, and all that. Hey, man, look here. These comments are killing. But look, we getting it done. We do it all. We cut your records, we babysit your kids. We do. Look, it's a full situation over here.
Rhymes and reason. Rhyme and reason. That's what they do. Come on.
Look, man. Beautiful take, y'all. And we got other rhyme and reason artists in here too, and they laughing at me because I'm watching their kids and cutting their stuff and talk about this record. See, we do it all. This is family. This is the real deal family over here. We watch kids, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm putting your kids on display. Everybody's kids on display.
You said that like it was a lamp or something. Like
on display.
Yep, you can get your kids off of Amazon for $29.99. Return to sender.
Oh my God.
Pre-order now. Pre-order
and your newborn son. It's on the way. It'll be there in 2 to 3 weeks.
Already dressed.
Already dressed. You just pick the color of the outfit you want them to wear.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. Listen, this is what we do over here.
Man,
Oh my goodness.
See, y'all thought y'all was going to top me with having mics. I got a baby this week. Y'all can't
I got some babies for you now. Let me bring them in the room now. Let me gather them up. I have a whole bunch of them I can gather in the room.
All right. Look. Hey, let's get back to this record.
Yes, okay. Listen, again, y'all gotta make sure y'all download. Listen, okay, we gotta get it together. Y'all gotta make sure y'all download Mr. Jarrell's album
on your secondary device. Go pre-order and download.
On your secondary device.
On your secondary device. So that means don't get off the one that you're on now because you probably got another one. So stay here with us Go ahead and pre-order right now. So that means you got to use your secondary device, whatever that might
Secondary
be,
device.
and go ahead and download. They link up. That's all syncing,
So
okay?
we
So
got
they
a
all
request
sync.
to redo that second Passover.
So listen, make sure
I
you
want
go.
to talking to them. You can't be talking to them on our interview.
I'm look. I have to know which mic I'm talking into. I got one mic here and I got another mic over there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? With
So
some of these mics.
from the Capitol.
It's two mics.
I can't. Listen, go ahead and make sure you are downloading Mr. Jarrell Hosley's album. Pre-order tonight. Because
Friday.
it'll be there for you on Friday. Okay, the album drops on Friday, so make sure you pre-order tonight. Worship Culture, the studio perspective. Okay, you
Yeah.
got to make sure that you go ahead and you do what you do and you get that out. What's
Hey,
going on, sir, co-host?
I got some questions. I want to know some stuff. I want to know.
Light it up.
You know, because I didn't see. I don't remember seeing in the times that I've been to Portland with his daddy's church and all that. I know he's been around us for a long time, but I never saw him singing or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I remember he was always doing security, making sure we was getting in and out. To make sure we was good and all that. So this is like amazing to me. I'm happy for him. I'm so happy for him, and I'm happy that he saw fit to allow us to try to help, and we're going to be doing that. You know, with him, you know, all of them. You know, Morgan. I love what Morgan is doing, and like I told Morgan, anything I can help to do. This was a no-brainer. You don't have to ask me about Jarrell. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. What we need to do. You know, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So, so when did you really like decide that you wanted to sing, or you wanted to do the group thing, or?
Yeah, because I guess the thing is, how do you go from like being so mic shy to like now again?
Well, he be shot at the concert. He was always standing over on the side and all of that.
Crazy.
It'd be like, you know, come on, yo, go this way, come with me, come on.
Right.
You
That's
link it
amazing.
to me, I still feel like I don't. Morgan talked about the calm me. I like to stay in the cut. So
Right.
I'll just kind of chill and do what I need to do until it's that time. Which originally why it started as a choir. I just, you know, I'll choir direct, but I won't necessarily have to do the singing thing. So I still don't necessarily consider myself a singer. But it was just through worship and church stuff. And I think one leadership meeting, I think at the church or something like that, there was a transition going on in music. And my dad was like, "Hey, you gonna lead worship team?" And I kind of looked at the people around me and I was like, "Who is gonna lead what?" And we all kind of laughed. And I still kind of essentially hid at that moment. But that was kind of started some of the evolution that I started to kind of take more of the forefront as far as that singing piece. And so when the choir turned into kind of group, that was kind of when that transition happened. Up to that point, it was just singing tenor and praise and worship, or tenor in somebody's choir, or YPWW at that time. So, yeah. So that was kind of how that transition happened.
So it sounds like in your voice and in the way you're presenting and all of that. I hear some preaching stuff happening. Like the preacher. As we transitioned into so and so, and the evolution of perpetual. I hear it. So is that where we going with this thing? Or
I do a little preaching now. And that's going to be some transition, but absolutely that's along the course. It's another one of my passions to be able to teach or communicate the word, in preaching or teaching fashion. I'm not really a hooper, so to speak. I'm not really churchy throat like that, but I do more of the teaching piece. But like I said, I love to communicate. That's kind of where even some of the biblical basis and the lyrical content of the songs come from.
Right.
Everything is birthed out of experience. So that's why I even call it worship culture. One of kind of my tags for worship. It's not an upbeat song or a slow song, which is kind of the versatility that's coming to the record. So you're going to hear a little bit of everything as far as style and genre within gospel music, because people worship differently.
Sure.
With worship, different sounds. So it's not the upbeat or the slow. Everything is kind of birthed from experience. So it's not a movement. Worship is not a movement. It's a lifestyle. So that's kind of where the purpose kind of came from of worship culture. You know, we can talk so many other things within our culture now that are going on. But if we keep worship at the center of our focus and at the center of culture, I think we'll be good. So this is kind of just my take on worship, or what I believe worship is. So
Right. One more
hopefully
thing.
that answered your question.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So if I remember correctly, that when we used to come out there, we used to have to go play basketball afterwards and all of that. And I remember you could ball a little bit. Can you still do that?
I can. I leave it to my brothers, which they're probably on right now. You know, I'm probably, second or third out of the four on totem pole in the list. But I'll go on record on Facebook Live on Praise Chapel on the interview to tell them I am. They got their shooting from me.
Come on.
The youngest, he says he has a better J, but he probably learned because he watched me. And then, Tuan is playing professionally in Germany now.
Okay.
But yeah, so I can still do that. Actually, now once gyms open back up, I'm hoping to get in one soon, because I kind of leaned into a healthier me during the pandemic.
Right.
And kind of dropped some LB. So I'm anxious now to really get on the court because my mobility is a little different. So
Cool. Cool. So
Yes.
Marcy, he got this other song called "The Other Side."
Yes.
The Other Side.
Yes. It's an bumper. It make you be like.
Right. Talk to me about the other side. What's that?
Other side. So I'm a music head, but I am one of the biggest Temptation fans. And so Other Side kind of started with a Temptation feel. And the truth of the matter is I was employed at a certain job for like 3.5, 4 years at that point, I think. Things were going well, and the company got sold, and they started going through cuts of layoffs. And my supervisor or manager at the time called me and was like, "Hey, Jarrell, so sorry, but cuts have kind of come." And so I looked her in the face at that point and was like, "Yeah, okay, good." I was like, "Thank you for the opportunity." And we just kind of walked out or whatnot. And she looked at me and she said, "How could you be so calm?" And I'm like, "I'm good."
Right.
And literally as I was walking out of the building, I gave her my badge. I was walking out of the building to the car, and the only thing I heard in my head was, "But when I get on the other side of this," and that literally, I went home, pulled out. I got a Casio keyboard that I keep at the house.
All right, we need you. We need you to graduate from that.
Yeah.
We need you. We're not going to endorse them on this show. Like that. That's a no.
Yeah, I keep it for the nostalgia. But yeah,
get that to that little baby that Morgan was holding. We had to get me to send you something.
Yeah, I got you. So I pulled that out and just kind of let the melody flow. And literally, I just kind of sung that all the way home. and we were actually going into the studio with the group that weekend to record, I think, some of the EP stuff, Amazing Love and some other stuff, the EP version of Believer, I think, and some other stuff. And I pulled them around. We had a baby grand in the studio. I pulled them around and said, hey, just to kind of get warmed up, I got something I want y'all to try. I'm like, okay. So I sung it to them, and I played the voice memo, and the rest kind of was history.
Wow.
And so if you reference the EP project, there's Other Side sneak peek on there, because I just had to get it out. But there was literally just kind of like the chorus and the vamp to the song. There was nothing else. And so I put that out, and then Worship Culture Studio Perspective will have the full other side of it. And it kind of started off with like a Temptations vibe.
Right.
Click and snap. So
Marth,
that's the other side.
What man, Marth?
We might as well go ahead and let them get a little bit of it right here, right now.
Yeah.
Here it is, the other side. Jarrell Hosley, Worship Culture, the studio perspective, right here, other side, right now.
Other side.
I don't care what you're fighting. I don't care what you may be battling. There's something on the other side.
But when I've been going through a rough time, feel like giving up. But when I keep taking these hits, when will things look up? But when I remember what you promised me, but Lord, it's still tough. But I know what's mine, so I'll keep on pushing to the finish line. When I get on the other side of this. But when I get on the other side of this. But when I get on the other side of this. On the other side of this. But when I get on the other side of this. There's something greater. There's something so much greater. Greater on the other side. Greater. Been going through a rough time. Feel like giving up. Keep taking these hits. When you want to brother. Fellas, help me up. I remember what you promised me. But Lord, it's still tough. So I know what's mine. So I keep on pushing to the finish line. Great on the other side, yeah. But when I get on the other side of this. I can't wait to see what's on the horizon. Let's go. There's something great. Everybody sing. There's something great. Great on the other side. I've got something so much greater. I don't know what you're dealing with right now, but say greater. Speak it into your spirit. Say it. Sing it until you believe it. On the other side of this. Greater is coming. Greater is on its way. As a matter of fact, greater is here right now. Say victory. 'Cause I've got the victory. I've got the victory. On the other side. I'ma keep on fighting. I'ma keep on pressing. I'ma keep on pushing. And because God is the greatest power, we always win. Greater in my finance.
John, that was a banger. Yes, right there. That was other side. Jarrell Hosley. Listen, pre-order right now. Okay, Worship Culture, the studio perspective. Get you pre-order. You ain't even gotta wait that long. You really ain't. If you pre-order today, you'll have it by Friday. Okay, the album drops on Friday. You gotta make sure that you go all digital outlets. Go ahead. Go right there and make sure you go and download Jarrell Hosley, Worship Culture, the studio perspective. Okay. Y'all want to make sure y'all have that music in your playlist. Okay. So listen, I'm telling you all, go ahead and support Mr. Jarrell Hosley, everything that he's doing, and go ahead and pre-order the Worship Culture, the studio perspective. Okay. Go ahead tonight. Pre-order it tonight. Okay,
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, what we doing? What we doing, co-host? What we doing? What we doing?
I don't know. I mean, you know what? We can talk about what's coming up.
Hey, 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 y'all ain't even ready. Is y'all ready? Is
I
y'all
don't know.
ready?
I don't know if they're ready. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
In
Because
my group.
we it was I was looking at everybody else doing this versus thing and all of that, and they were doing like kind of making it a battle of whose music was better than whose. And I said, you know what? How can we twist this thing and eliminate? I was talking to Mike about it, and we was talking, and we said, well, we can eliminate the competition piece out of it, because what we can do is make each person talk about the other person's music.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
said that works, so we can change from VERSUS to VERSES,
Mhm.
and then also unite the families and show that we can all be united and be together and support one another in what we're doing. So, the first one was amazing with Kurjima and Derek McDuffie, and then we came right back with Robert Copeland and Chico Robinson, and so now it's the ladies' turn. It's
Hey,
the
it's
ladies'
ladies'
turn.
night.
It's
It's
the
gonna be
ladies'
ladies'
turn.
night.
So,
Hey, it's
um,
going down. It's going down. It's
going down.
going down.
Oh,
Right?
there it is. Sam
Hey,
Franklin and April Hall. Yo, y'all gotta
Yeah.
be here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is going down. Sam Franklin, April Hall. If you don't
yeah.
have this music, and look, you gonna have some giveaways next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got some surprises and all of that. So be here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Yes. Yes.
Sam Franklin will be with us. April Hall will be with us. I'll
Them
be
gorgeous, gorgeous women. Come on
here
now.
because the women got something to offer now. They got
Come
something to
on.
offer.
Listen, and first of all, I'm saying, do y'all even see what we got up here? We got Sam Franklin, April Hall. We got the Free Project and Hope. Okay. On Pain Ends. Right there is a message right there. Y'all better understand. You better tune in on next Tuesday,
Yeah.
okay? Come on and tune in, because if you've had a chance to listen to any of their music, you wanna be tuned in, because they're talking about some lyrical content, okay? Make sure
Yeah.
you are tuned in next Tuesday, okay? Sam Franklin, April Hall, Bert says, that's for the ES, okay? Because we don't do competition up over here.
That's
All right,
right.
we all about supporting and building the kingdom, building each other, building the kingdom. So you want to make sure that you are tuned in next Tuesday, okay? Because we're going to have such a good time with those beautiful women. We're going to just have fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to listen to some amazing music. It's going to be good. And I'm telling you, my co-host going to be here. Okay, the co-host gonna be here. I don't know if the other co-host gonna be here, or he gonna be still babysitting, doing whatever he doing. Who knows? But it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a good time on next Tuesday. So put it in your calendars right now. Set your alarms, because you do not want to miss a versus next Tuesday. All right. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to miss it. Okay. All right. Listen. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Jarrell, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and allow him to leave you all an encouraging word for the evening. Everyone who came and joined us tonight, I'm gonna leave it to Mr. Jarrell at this time to give you all an encouraging word.
Come on, brother preacher.
uh, First, y'all be here next Tuesday. Those are two amazing singers and two amazing, great projects. So I'll be here. Be sure to tune in. But if I had to leave you with anything encouraging um, tonight, I know this is a season that we're coming through where a lot of things have been thrown at different people, and we all have had to adjust and self-reflect and deal with issues and encounter some things and be innovative. And as the songs talked about tonight, been stuck in a little bit of a process, because how do you plan when nothing's open, or how do you plan for the rest of your life when you kind of don't know how things are going to pan out, whether it's work or jobs have been lost and things of that nature, and you might be in the season of being in the middle and looking forward to what's next. But I will come as a word of encouragement that what God has always said about you is still true, that the promises that he made to you are yes and amen. That's not my words. Those are in the book. So go reference it there. But be encouraged, because there is something to on the other side. No matter what you've had to fight, encounter, or deal with in this season, you can overcome everything. Invite God into your space. The great thing about our Savior and our King is he never expected that we would do it alone, and so we don't have to. Invite him in, and he'll be your strength when you're weak, and he'll be able to make sure you get to destiny. So stay encouraged, keep grinding, do what it is that you need to do, focus on the things that you need to focus on, still make your plans, and goodness will come out of it. I promise you that.
Good.
That was a word. Come on.
I feel like I need to send you a couple dollars.
My cash app is.
Come on, because that was a word. I'm telling y'all, if y'all didn't grab that one, y'all better stop playing. Y'all better grab these words that they be leaving you on the end of the show, okay? Listen, we are so excited that Jarrell Hosley came by and joined us this evening. Do y'all look right across the bottom of your screen? You can connect to him. Facebook, Instagram, get connected, okay? You want to make sure that you get connected so that you know everything that is going on, everything that he's doing when he's dropping the music. And y'all hear that word that he just dropped? Well, I'm guaranteeing you, he does that on his social media. And you want to make sure you grabbing them words that he dropped for you all, okay? So make sure you get connected to him. Go ahead, follow him on Facebook, get connected to him on Instagram, so you know everything that's going on. And while you're doing that, go ahead and pre-order that album, okay? Jarrell Hosley's Worship Culture, The Studio Perspective. So go ahead and do that. You can do all of that stuff at the same time. When you pick up your device and you go ahead and start doing all that logging,
What device?
The secondary device.
Secondary.
Yeah. And then y'all, please let me know what you think about the music. Hit my inbox, DM me on IG. I want to hear your feedback and your stuff. We got a couple challenges that we're gonna do. Me and Morgan are gonna do an IG takeover on Friday once the record drops, and a couple of other stuff. We'll get the features on and the band, and we're gonna have some fun with it. So,
I'm coming on there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all, and make sure y'all get tuned in, because I can tell y'all it's gonna be a good old time. All right, so y'all make sure y'all get connected on Friday. See what's going on when that album drop, okay? So that's why y'all gotta follow. So y'all know what's going on. So connect, Facebook, Instagram, do whatever you gotta do. Stay connected to Jarrell. Everything that he's doing, and when that album drops on Friday, make sure you are tuned in to see everything that they are doing. Have a good time with them. Enjoy that good music. Enjoy that good fellowship. However they're gonna do what they do. Have a good time doing it with them on Friday. All right. Listen, what a great show we had on tonight, right?
I want to rock out with that other side of this thing.
We're gonna leave with that joint.
Derek, I saw your comment. Thanks, bro.
We are going to leave on the other side. But listen, we are so thankful for Jarrell. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are grateful.
No problem. Yes. Thanks for having me. We'll do it again sometime soon.
Absolutely. Y'all see he coming back. He's going to come back again. And we are so excited for what God has in store for Jarrell. So make sure you stay connected to see all of the good things and the blessings and the favor that God is going to do through Jarrell. Listen, it was an amazing show tonight. Co-host, yes. Thank you for coming, co-host. As always, listen, this is what I'm talking about. We have such a good time, y'all. We have such a good time wherever Mr. Morgan is. He is working. Well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Morgan. All right, and we will see you on the next time, sir. All right, listen, it was such a good night on tonight. Y'all know every time you pop up on here on a Tuesday night, we having a good time, all right? Because that's what we do here on Kingdom Sound. All right, we are so glad that you joined us tonight. As I say every single week, how grateful we are that you take time out of your Tuesday night to come on here and join us in what we're doing over here, listening to the amazing artists that we hear, supporting their music. All right. So listen, thank you for coming on every single Tuesday to sit here and chill with us, be with us, rock out with us, do all of the good stuff that we doing over here as we spreading some good stuff. All right. So listen, I hope you enjoyed yourself on tonight. I hope you had a good time. Where you gonna be next Tuesday? Where you gonna be on next? Where you gonna be? Where you gonna be? Right here. You're gonna be right here on next Tuesday, Praise Chapel channel. You better tell somebody. They better get connected because next Tuesday it is going down. The ladies is coming. Hey, the ladies is coming. Y'all see, because I'm always around. Y'all see all these dudes, all these guys be up in here. The ladies is going rocking out on next week, and we are going to have such a good time on next Tuesday. Okay, the ladies is in the house. Sam Franklin, April Hall. Oh my gosh, it is going to be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good show right there. Them amazing, beautiful women. They are coming on here next Tuesday for Verses. And of course, that's verses with an ES because we are not about competition over here. And I am excited. So I need you to get excited. Put it in your calendars, put it in your alarms, do whatever you got to do. Make sure you are here, right here on the Praise Chapel channel, Kingdom Sound, next Tuesday, right here with your girl, Marcy Marine. All right, so listen, it was an amazing show on tonight. Listen, I do not know what your this is, but when you get on the other side of this, there is something so much greater. Okay, so hold on. Do not let go because something great is coming your way. So I don't care what it is. I don't care what you're going through right now. I don't care. I don't care. When you get on the other side, there is something so much bigger, so much greater for you. Just go ahead. Just get through it. You got to get through it. You got to get through it. Okay. All right. And listen, this is what we do right here over here on the Praise Chapel channel. Y'all already know. Okay. Praise Chapel. You are tuned in to the Praise Chapel channel where we are giving you the best in kingdom living. And you already know if you want to live kingdom, you got to make sure that you seek first the kingdom of God. It is your girl, Marcy Maureen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I will see you where next Tuesday right here, Praise Chapel channel, Kingdom Sound. We're going to rock out with the ladies. Hey, but I'm going to leave you here on tonight right here with the other side from Jarrell, Hosley, Worship Culture, the studio perspective. Here it is. Rock out. Hey, see you on it.
I don't care what you're fighting. I don't care what you may be battling. There's something on the other side.
But when I've been going through a rough time, feel like giving up. But when I keep taking these hits, when will things look up? But when I remember what you promised me, but Lord, it's still tough. But I know what's mine, so I'll keep on pushing to the finish line. But when I get on the other side of this, but when I get on the other side of this, but when I get on the other side of this, but when I get on the other side of this, there's something greater, yeah. There's something greater. There's something so much greater. There's something greater on the other side. Greater. Sing, ladies. Been going through a rough time. Feel like giving up. Keep taking these hits. Fellas, help me out. I remember what you promised me, but Lord, it's still tough. So I know what's mine. So I'll keep on pressing. So I keep on pushing to the finish line. Great on the other side, yeah. But when I get on the other side, I can't wait to see what's on the horizon. Let's go. There's something great. Everybody sing. There's something great. Greater on the other side. I've got something so much greater. I don't know what you're dealing with right now, but say greater. Speak it into your spirit. Say it. Sing it until you believe it. On the other side of this, greater is coming. Greater is on its way. As a matter of fact, greater is here right now. Say victory.